Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome back to Extra Innings. I am your host, William Suttle, and I'm here with Dillon Dingler. He is a catcher for the Toledo Mud Hens, AAA affiliate of the Detroit Tigers. He is from Massillon, Ohio, and he is from the Ohio State University. How you doing today, Dillon?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing great. So glad to have you on. We've talked to Andrew Magno and Ronnie Dawson from Ohio State. It's always great having Buckeyes on this podcast because, you know, like I was telling you before we hopped on, other than Nick Swisher, Buckeyes really aren't well represented. So we want to make the Buckeye name very well known in the baseball world.
Yeah, of course.
So going back to 2019, you were on the last Big Ten championship team for Ohio State. You knocked off Nebraska in Omaha. Can you kind of shed some light on that 2019 team? Because a lot of those guys are playing in minor league baseball right now.
Yeah, no, we had a really good team, and throughout the season, it didn't really show early. We started off hot, but had a little bit of a mid-season skid. But I mean, as you were saying, a lot of those guys are still playing. We had great arms, great bats. Some guys that aren't playing anymore really contributed during that entire run, and we kind of got hot at the right moment. Played with a lot of confidence, and were able to take home the Big Ten title.
Yeah, and especially in Omaha too. Like, it's no better feeling than knocking off the home team in their home. And then speaking about that team, like, how was it going to the College Baseball World Series? Yeah, I know you got an extremely brutal draw with Vanderbilt. But still being able to go, like, what was it like?
Yeah, no, it was awesome playing at Vandy and playing against that team. And I think, if I'm not wrong, that was the team that ended up winning it that year, right? They beat Michigan in the finals, I'm pretty sure.
I do believe so, because you guys went on to play McNeese State and won, and then lost Indiana State in the third game.
Yeah. We didn't have our best game against Vanderbilt, and then that McNeese game, I believe, went into 13 or 14 innings, and then we weren't able to pull it out against Indiana State the following day. But yeah, it was a cool experience.
Still a great accomplishment for especially any team for the Big Ten. We're not known for baseball; it's football. Yeah. And at that point, we were really good at baseball.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then now with the Tigers, you've basically fast tracked the farm system. The Tigers are very, very high, and you've been able to jump up. So you kind of just shed some light on your young career so far and how you've been able to be so successful with the Detroit Tigers farm system.
Yeah, obviously now this is technically my fourth year, including the COVID year. But you pick something up every year. You learn something about yourself. You learn something that you need to do, and kind of just try to tune your skills a little bit every year. Whether it be on the offensive side or the defensive side. And I've figured out what I need to do in order to get to the next level, and I'm trying to just be as consistent as possible and trying to get there.
And then too, it's it is a team sport, but at the same time, you're still trying to better yourself every day, but you can also do that by improving the team as well.
Exactly. Like little things throughout the game that help your team win. Those don't go unnoticed. They may not be the best in the box score. You might have to not a given at bat away, but sacrificing at bat in order to get a guy over. But that leads to a team win.
And that's the thing. It's nothing in the box score, but it's the skipper, it's the people in the press box that notice it and they write it down in their scorecard. And that's what really makes a difference.
Exactly.
And then, with Detroit, you were able to be a part of the Rising Stars All-Star Game in LA. Being a kid from Massillon, Ohio, what did it feel like to be told, hey, you're going to go to LA and you're going to play in the Rising Stars?
No, it was really cool. It was a really cool situation. And I played with a lot of now big leaguers, a lot of guys that have really bright futures. So it was cool, going up against those guys, being out there for the full experience. I mean, it was a quick turnaround. It was
because you're playing 24, every day and then jumping right over.
Yeah, it was during All-Star break, but I mean, I think we were out there for less than 48 hours. Wow. So there wasn't much time to do anything else. But I was able to meet some great names in baseball. I know Jimmy Rollins was our manager.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Adrian Beltre was flipping to us in the cages. There's a bunch of other guys that were hanging around. It was a great honor to meet them and just really cool experience. That's
awesome. And it's those things were like, yeah, okay, did you get to have dinner with Jimmy and talk his ear off? No, but you were still able to just be in the presence of a veteran and really just learn a little bit,
exactly.
And that's so awesome that you were able to get to do that. And to the Dodgers are one of the oldest stadiums in MLB. So to be able to play in a venue like that is, I guess, I don't know, for me personally, I think playing in the older venues would be a bucket list game, for you. And that is just tremendous. And, now, okay, fast track, you're with Toledo now. You got to start the 2024 season with Toledo. What is that outlook for you? What are you trying to get out of this season to continue to grow and show the Tigers that you did exactly what you should have done in 2020 and drafted me in the second round?
Yeah, so obviously everybody's goal coming into the season is to be a big leaguer, and same goes for everybody. But there's definitely things I need to work on, things I need to get more consistent at. Behind the plate, throwing behind the plate, and especially hitting, and just trying to get as close to what I'm capable of as possible. Trying to string together a few good months, and see what happens. I can't control anything besides what you can't control. So.
I mean, worst case scenario, you go out there, you have some fun, you make some great plays, and never know where it's going to take you.
Exactly.
Awesome, Dillon. Well, thank you so much for coming on today's episode. We really appreciate it. We wish you nothing but the best of luck. Dillon Dingler, he's going to be doing tremendous things one day. He's already doing tremendous things in the minors. And I did this with Ronnie. I don't know if I did this with Andrew. Partake if you'd like. OH.
OH.